Well, here we go. This is where it's supposed to, the main part of it's supposed to have gone down. Here on Sretensky, next to this Sukharevskaya square, Sukharev's station and the square. This was supposed to have been the main event. Can't see any litter or anything anywhere in the square. So the idea, you know, police say it was about 3,000 people. Western outlets said it was 50,000 people. So, you know, it just seems to me that if there were 50,000 people, there might be more signs of it. Than I wasn't here, obviously I wasn't an eyewitness, unfortunately. If I'd have realised what was going on, then I would have come down to film the actual thing. Then there would have been no doubts I could have given you an accurate thing, and if anybody else has done that, then please link me to it. But just the aftermath, as it were, is completely nothing. There's absolutely nothing here. There's nothing going on. There's no signs of anybody protesting in any way about anything. It's the day of the Crimean referendum. So far, presumably, it's just gone 7 o'clock. Isn't it? Well, actually it's 7:45 already. There's time going by. I'm listening to Jeremy Paxman's book about Britain's experience in the First World War. Not quite sure what he's called it now. I'm listening to it on Audible. As I sometimes plug, because I'm a big fan of Audible, I have to say. I like audible.co.uk is the one that I subscribe to. You can go to audible.com or audible.de. I'm not sure there's an audible.fr yet for the French, but certainly there's an audible.de, which is a very good resource for audiobooks, not just in English. I've got some very nice Spanish ones and some very fine Russian ones. Bit of a paucity, I have to say, of German ones, because for those you've got audible.de, they prefer you to pay the subscription for 2. Thank you very much for that interruption. They'd prefer you to pay the subscription for both the .co.uk and for .de. So obviously they're not going to give you .de stuff on .co.uk, which is a bit of a pity. That's a bit small-minded. I'm going to write to them about it at some point, although they can always listen to this, I suppose. And so there we are. That's basically what it all comes down to. So, I don't know if obviously night's falling, I've got to get home soon. How much did I actually do in this walk? Not much, really. 4. Okay, 4 something. By the time I get home anyway, the minimum will be 5, even if I got some transport, but I won't, I'll go a bit longer. But in any event, yeah, the Jeremy Paxman War book, yeah, it's quite good. It makes you think about why these things happened. 100 years ago, of course, it's the 100th year anniversary this year of the beginning of the First World War. And it also happens for me to be my 50th birthday, so I'm like halfway. I mean, born exactly 50 years after the outbreak of the First World War almost. Well, not to the day, of course, but to the nearest year. And it's now another 50 years since then. So I started my life at the halfway point between now and the beginning of the First World War, which is an interesting thing. It kind of brings it home that it wasn't all that long ago. Because I don't feel like I've lived an awfully long time. Certainly I feel like living a bit longer, so let's hope that we don't go about celebrating the 100th year anniversary of the First World War by having the third one. Certainly number 2 followed rather quickly after number 1, and then afterwards we just had a big long Cold War. Russia came out of the Cold War and wasn't exactly welcomed by the West, just treated all the time with a total refusal to understand Russia as an equal partner, even though it had been afraid of Russia during the Cold War. They seemed to come to the idea that their ideology had won, therefore Russia should be humbled in some way. That seems to have been the general approach of the partners from the West, and since Russia didn't really get humbled, why should it have been? After all, Russia did. Without Russia we wouldn't have won the Second World War, that's for sure. Interesting mix of Cyrillics and non-Cyrillics. Quite an interesting sunset, isn't it? Quite nice light and quite nice image going around. I've got told off for just waving the camera around and not going like 4 seconds on one thing and then picking another thing and doing 4 seconds on that and going 1, 2, 3, 4, then picking something else and going 1, 2, 3, 4, but having it make a transition the whole time. But you know, I'm using the camera the way I use my eyes. If you use your eyes like that, you look at something 1, 2, 3, 4, then look at something else 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you do, because it's received wisdom in television, and a lot of people watch a lot of television. Maybe they start actually using their eyes the way that the television suggests to them they should. I don't know. I don't. So mine are roving around the whole time. Something my first wife said to me, that you never stop looking in all different directions. So if my camera work starts to get that way sometime, then you know why. Anyway, if you don't like it, that's too bad. I'm not going to change it. I might change some things, but not... You know, why should I be? That's what I was saying to this person. Why should I be the same as everybody else? Why can't I just be me? He would be him, wouldn't he? So I'm just going to be me. That's me. So if you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to like it. You're quite at liberty not to like it. Good luck to you not liking it. But if you like it, you're very welcome to watch it. Watch all of it. It'll keep you occupied, that's for sure.